What's up everybody, it's Matt from Peter Glenn, and in this video we're going to talk to you a little bit about OTG goggles and how they can help keep you seeing better while you're out skiing and snowboarding. Let's check this out. So OTG, that stands for over the glasses. And basically a lot of people need glasses. Some people wear contacts. Myself, anytime I ride, I always throw my contacts in because I needed to wear my glasses. Maybe not needed, but it was definitely preferential. I don't have a super heavy prescription, but it was definitely nice to be able to see a little bit better, especially things that are much farther away. But some people don't have the luxury of being able to throw in contacts, or they're just not comfortable with contacts and they need to wear their glasses. And that's where the OTG goggles come into play. So most of the companies actually do OTG goggles. Companies like Anon and Giro, the majority of their goggles, I think in both of their lineups, there's maybe like one pair of goggles that is not OTG, but it's a pretty easy thing to do. And again, it's become more popular. And literally all they do is on the frame of your goggles, most goggles will have a two-part, or I shouldn't say a two-part, it's basically a separation in the frame where there's a part of the frame here and there's a part of the frame closer to where the face foam attaches. And all they have to do is actually cut a notch out of the frame. And basically what that does is it creates a spot where there's just foam pushing on the sides and the temples of your glasses, and basically makes it comfortable and makes it so that your glasses can fit underneath. It's a very simple thing to do. It doesn't affect the performance of the goggles at all. It's literally just taking some foam and some foam that usually has plastic or polymer in between it and just making a gap so that the foam and foam can actually just attach to each other. So again, OTG, awesome thing. One thing about OTG goggles though is it does depend on your frames. If you do have bigger frames, sometimes they might not fit. So if you are somebody who needs to wear glasses and you do want to wear them underneath your goggles, OTG is a must. But also if you do have a little bit bigger frames, you might want to get a second pair of frames. Head on to one of those places where you can just get a nice inexpensive set of glasses with your lenses in them. Keep them as your quote unquote riding glasses. Because personally, these frames that I have right now, I love these things, but this goggle is definitely a little bit smaller and it does not fit at all. Even when I get into this Anon M4, which is one of the bigger frames out there, it still doesn't fit perfectly, and I can kind of wiggle it a little bit and push my glasses in, but even then I can feel some unnecessary pressure. And that's actually where I actually have to take these and I switch over to my other frames, which you can see are definitely a little bit smaller and they're not quite as wide. And when I pop these things on, and boom, they fit much better. And you can obviously see when I take the lens out, and you can actually see that these things do fit very well inside the frames. And that's something too where you might actually have to take your glasses and stick them in the goggles first and then put everything on. But again, once you have them on, it's very comfortable. And this compared to these made a huge difference, just having a slightly narrower temple. So a good thing to note that if you do need some OTG goggles and you do have some bigger glasses frames, you're probably going to need a little bit bigger goggle frame as well. So definitely check out the size of the frames, look for those large and extra large, or just, as I said, get yourself a second pair of glasses that you can keep just for riding, and just make sure that they are a little bit smaller and they will fit underneath these frames of these OTG goggles much better. But if you got any questions beyond any of the stuff we talked about in this video, definitely leave some comments down below. We're on there every single day trying to answer your questions. We want to make sure we get you into some rad gear, but most importantly, we want to make sure that it's actually gonna fit you. It's gonna fit your riding style and your needs. Also, make sure to like, subscribe, and definitely get that notification bell on too so you can find out when all the new videos drop. Grab yourself a new pair of goggles and maybe head on over and grab yourself a second set of glasses frames. Most importantly, get out and ride, because any day of riding is a good day of riding.